Yeah, I just came back from a run, and usually when I run, I always get random ideas that come up in my head. I think it's a bit irritating to stop and then like jot down the ideas on my phone and continue running. Or like even when driving, it's very dangerous to jot down the ideas also. So what I had been doing was to voice record to kind of jot down my ideas. However, unfortunately for Claude, it doesn't really understand the Singaporean accent very well. And I think sometimes when I go on a very long spiel, it doesn't kind of format the ideas in a way that is ready for consumption. I was talking to some people and they were talking about how a lot of developers are using Wisprflow now. Recently, I tried Wisprflow on my holiday. So this is Wisprflow. I'm on the basic plan for now, and I'm actually considering to upgrade because I feel like the flow is really good. Then there's also a scratch pad, which basically you can press start and then you just press this to record. They can actually format whatever you say. Hi, I need to go to the grocery store to buy some coffee, some beans, some char kway teow, and some vegetables. And then you click. And then you see it actually understands what I'm trying to say and even knows how to write char kway teow in full. And the use case for this is usually you use it on like an app or like your messaging app, and you can actually adjust whether you want formal, very casual, or excited. Hi Claude, I'm just thinking about how we can improve our workflow with all the things that Kapati and Tiago talks about with Wiki LLM. And you can talk for a long period of time, which actually works very well for meetings. I think the Notion CEO famously said that he uses Notion, have a one-person meeting with himself. So you have Wisprflow on your computer, so all you have to press is the hold the function button or any button that you program it to do, and then you can say, hi, my name is Isaac and today I'm talking about Wisprflow. I know that a lot of engineers, they have a foot pedal and basically they don't even tap on the keyboard anymore. All they do is just tap on the keyboard and then they just prompt Claude Code or prompt Codex or Cursor with their foot pedal. I know a lot of people are using stuff like Plot and Notion meetings and all that, but for Plot, I think there's a limit and you need to buy a subscription to have the number of words or number of tokens. Also for Plot, unless of course of this space, I don't see the reason to have another hardware outside of your phone when your phone is already available to do the recording. For Notion, I did like a whole spiel before, and then the summary isn't really at the level that I think it needs to be. But for Wisprflow, I think it's really probably one of the best solutions out there, and I'm looking forward to see how much more integrated it can get. I think this space is also a developing space, and we will see how this develops.